Welcome in. This is Blazing Country with Kayla here at UB's Blaze Radio. And as always, it's 2:30. You guys know what time it is. It's time for one of the local artists to come on the show. And I have Miss Bailey Coates here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, I'm glad that you got to come. I was informed that you had to leave school, and I felt terrible.
No,
I felt so bad.
Don't feel bad at all. It's all good.
It's good. Just leave school, it's all right. Well, Bailey, can you tell us, how in the world did you kind of start music?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I think I was 2 years old whenever I had just memorized all the words to Faith Hill's song Breathe. And ever since then, I've just been singing and going at it. And about 4 years ago, I really thought, wow, I can actually do this. So, And being 16, I mean, that's probably not very long, but that's okay.
I know, I thought you were a lot older, because you look older, but, I mean, that's a good thing.
Thank you.
That's always a good thing. I also was talking to your mom earlier. We talked a lot. We got to get some information about you before I have you on here, sister.
Definitely.
That's all. But I hear you have, a really interesting choice for a career,
Yes.
once you get out of high school.
Yeah,
Can you tell us what that is?
I think I want to be a double major in chemical engineering and business.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to be able to expand my brand one day to be more than just an entertainment figure. Be able to be like, oh, I have my own cosmetic line, or do something really, really cool with that.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it's so important to have education as a foundation for everything you do.
I agree. I really agree with that. I think that's great that you're, going in that direction. You have a good head on your shoulders. So, now the first song you have for us today is an original, and you wrote this, correct?
Yes, I did.
So, how did you get the inspiration to write this song?
I feel like we tend to forget to embrace diversity and embrace who we are. It's the whole idea of sticking to the status quo. And this song, American Girl, is just all about being yourself and not letting anything or anyone hold you back at all. So this is definitely where I got the inspiration from that song.
Okay, well, I'm excited to hear it, and I'm sure our listeners are as well. So we have American Girl right now by Bailey Coates here on Blazing Country with Kayla.
Bold enough to build a world where we can truly be ourselves, fearless ones who never are afraid. I don't wanna play an operate, just another lie and cheap cliches. I guess all that I'm really trying to say, I don't wanna be just another American girl, standing on the real things she has just to be someone else. I don't wanna be just another face in this world, 'cause there's more than this American girl. I'm as happy as a grinner. I play to be a winner. When I give, I want to give all that I have. I believe that I have got to be everything inside of me is waiting for the best to be had. I don't wanna be materialistic or the person I wasn't supposed to be. There's a passion that I've got to embrace. I don't wanna be just another American girl, saying all the real things she has just to be someone else. I don't wanna be just another face in this world, 'cause there's more to this American girl.
All right, that was American Girl by Bailey Coates. I really enjoyed that song. I know I probably say that about everybody that comes on, but everyone that comes on the show is so very talented. And to be at such a young age, you have such a great voice. And especially with the writing, I can really tell that's really good.
Thank you.
We're going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break, but I'm going to leave you guys, of course, with a song, and I've got Nothing Like You by Dan and Shay. We're back in studio on Blazing Country with Kayla, and I've got Bailey Coates in with me again. Okay, so I have this thing, Bailey, where I ask all of my guests some, questions. I don't do this for everybody.
Oh, thank you very
So
much.
you should feel privileged because you're going to get a rapid-fire 60-second question, and I have a timer ready. We're going to go ahead and get started with this. It's just kind of a little fun thing, so the audience can kind of get to know you as well, not just so much for the music, but just for you in general.
Gotcha.
So we're going to go ahead and start this if you're ready. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. It's over me.
I don't think it's going to be anything complex.
Yes.
Okay, you have the timer. Y'all hear it? Here we go. Bailey,
Yes.
how do you like your steak?
Medium rare.
What kind of car do you drive?
Kia Sorento.
Gold or silver?
Black.
Black? That's not the question I asked, Bailey.
Oh, oops, sorry.
I'm just like... Okay. Are you a morning or night person?
Night.
Night person? Okay. Let's see. Have you ever been in a car accident?
No, I have not. Not
Okay.
on wood.
Good. Favorite flower?
Rose.
Rose? That's a good one. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Hold on. I'm thinking. Have you jumped out of a perfectly good airplane anytime here recently?
Not, but I really do want to touch a cloud.
Oh, really?
I really do.
Has your world ever been rocked?
No.
I don't really know what that means. But yeah, okay, so those are some of the questions, and I hope you guys kind of got to know Bailey a little bit better here. Did you like my little timer? That was a really neat one. Alrighty. Okay, so we've got, of course, another song here in studio by Bailey, and this one is not an original, but it's a cover of Toxic, and this is by Britney Spears, and she is not country, but you have an awesome rendition that I'm excited to hear
Yes.
about this song.
I'm excited to let you guys hear it.
Alrighty, so we have Toxic by Bailey Coates here on Blazing Country with Kayla whenever y'all are ready.
Baby, can you see it? I'm calling. A guy like you, yeah, sure want it. It's dangerous, and I'm falling.
And that was Toxic by Bailey Coates here on Blazing Country with Kayla. That was really neat how you did that. You like slowed it down and just like kind of let it roll out instead of how Britney Spears does it. But I think I might like your version a little bit better.
Thank you.
Don't tell Britney. Sorry. We were saying that song is not country, but you do a lot of different kind of style things, you know, like Americana's kind of what we were saying earlier. That's a really good, you know, different genre that you're kind of open to all the different spectrums and stuff, and you're, you know, more marketable for that.
Thank you. I'll say I think it's important to be able to incorporate everything because there's so many different kinds of genres of music that are so inspirational
right.
to everyone, I think, in every single genre.
And especially within country, there are so many. There's like bluegrass, there's, of course, Americana, you know, jazzy even country. Like, it's just crazy how many things are out
country,
there.
all that different kind of stuff. It's crazy.
Where exactly do you kind of get the inspiration for your music, or who inspires you to this?
Well, for like where I get like the inspiration for my music is like I feel like I would like to write about whatever emotions I'm feeling and whatever life situations that everyone goes through. And inspirationally wise, I think Taylor Swift does a great job of being able to capture it. Especially she is very broad of the spectrum. Even Carrie Underwood too. She talks about what's close to her and what is relatable. And I think it's so important to be able to have that relationship in all music, having that relationship to who you are and also to what you stand for.
And you definitely show that, especially with your song American Girl, the way you wrote that song and what it stands for. And I think that's important. That's kind of a lost thing in music because a lot of people just write what their managers and agents tell them to write about. But I think that's important, like you said, to incorporate what matters to you and what it means to you, and to not let anyone else tell you any differently. So I think that's a really good thing. She's like, yes, I gotcha. So besides, you know, college and stuff, what are some things with music that you are kind of hoping to achieve in the next few years? Because you just recently moved back.
Yeah, we just moved back to Birmingham. So it's kind of interesting getting familiar with the area again.
Yeah.
But Birmingham's such a cool city. It's definitely a lot of inspiration to come here for future EPs, future albums. So I'm really excited about that. But I'd love to be able to release maybe 2 more albums in the near future. I'd love to be able to get a record deal sometime soon, which would be fabulous, but that's all in God's plan. But, I mean, just to keep on being able to do what I love, and I'd love to be out on tour soon, and that's what I'm really, really hoping for.
Yeah. So, who would you want to be on tour with if you could? If you had the choice, who would it be?
That's a tough question.
That is.
I love Casey Musgraves. I think she's incredible.
She is.
Keith Urban's amazing black too, but he has his boys right now, so I understand. No girls right now. That's okay. Maybe in the near future.
Whatever. He just doesn't know what he's missing, Bailey. Gosh. Have you ever thought of trying out for American Idol or anything? You know, speaking of Keith Urban, he, you know, does American Idol, and then there's The Voice, Blake Shelton. Have you thought of doing that?
I have every now and then, but the competition route for me, I don't know, I'm not really good on anything like the intense pressure of that.
Yeah.
And I have a humongous amount of respect for anyone who can like take that pressure and just like use it to their fullest advantage. But for me, I'm not so sure if that would be the best option. But
and that's good that you can, you know, you realize that and you can actually admit that. That's a good thing. Do you have any events coming
Actually,
up?
I do. Next Friday, I will be performing at a charity event at the University of Alabama on campus.
Yeah.
So y'all should all come out, please, from 4 to 7. So it'll
That
be a lot
sounds
of fun.
like fun.
And my band's going to be there as well. So it's
Okay.
going to be a lot of fun.
Do y'all have a name for the band, or what
It's
is?
Bailey Coates and the Alloys.
And the what now?
Alloys.
Alloys. I thought you said Alboys. I was like, the what?
Nah.
Alloys. Well, that should be a lot of fun. And they can also go to your Facebook and stuff like that to find information.
Facebook, Instagram at Bailey Coates Music, Twitter at Bailey_Coates, and then my website, BaileyCoates.com.
Okay, well, y'all can definitely go check that out. And I've also got a lot of it on my Facebook. So if you guys go to Blazing Country with Kayla, you can find Bailey on there and quickly get a direct link to her page and go like her page. And I say this every week. I know it gets repetitious, but to support your local artists, buy their music, listen to their stuff, get in touch with them. I'm sure you would love to hear from some of your fans and listeners.
Oh my goodness.
And new fans after today. Hopefully you have some new fans come on and like your page and everything.
Yes, and also huge thank you so much to Clay Higginbotham for being here today to play the guitar. So thank you guys so much for having us.
We're so glad that you got to come out, and especially through school. I completely understand that. But we will be back with you guys, of course, next Tuesday from 2 to 3, and I've got another local artist coming on. There are just so many artists in Birmingham in general, but I'm excited to have that, and I'm just glad that you guys got to come. Thank you so much for coming and spending time with us.
Thank you, Kayla.
But we'll see you guys next week, and of course you can, I'll have a blog up later today of today's show, and then eventually within the next week I'll have the audio up on YouTube, and it's just Blazing Country with Kayla. So anything Facebook, YouTube, it's just Blazing Country with Kayla, and you can go on there and check it out. But of course, we'll see you next time, and I'm going to leave you guys with My Montgomery by Parmalee.